I'm Joanie Phillips with 110 in Minneapolis. I have the pleasure today to introduce you to Ashley Sarpong. Ashley is in the group sales department at the Fairmont in Washington, D.C. I've had the pleasure of getting to know her a bit the last few weeks. Ashley is first generation. Her parents grew up in Ghana, and Ashley grew up in a home, a very Christian, strong Christian home with an emphasis on non-hate. She grew up also with an emphasis on education and hard work and has a very compelling story to tell us today. So Ashley, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Joanie. Thank you so much. So hello to everyone. My name is Ashley Sarpong. I am Assistant Director of Group Sales here at the Fairmont, Washington, D.C. And I have, as Joanie said, two amazing parents that worked very hard to give my siblings and I a life with great opportunity. So the emphasis on the Christian values is to sort of reiterate, it was a very structured environment. And sometimes when people hear those words, they may think judgmental, certain scripts that people should live their life by. But I was very lucky that that's not the way that my parents raised us. They taught us every day that we are all, one people, one race, and we should always respect others, just with grace and humility, and just be kind to your fellow neighbor. So growing up, having heard hurtful things towards my parents for them being immigrants or having an accent, myself being a female and being of color, and so many different things, I was just confused as to why people would be that way, because it's completely the opposite of how I grew up. And as I got older, I started to learn, this is taught behavior. And if someone wants to change, it'll take a bit of an effort. So I just try to incorporate the values that my parents have taught me to respect everyone, unless even if they have a different opinion than me. We can't control our neighbor. All we could do is control ourselves. And I think after the past year that we've all had, it would be a great effort if we all tried to be a little kinder, and it would without a doubt make an impact.
So Ashley, with some of the challenges that you've had personally and professionally, how do you keep that non-hate mandate that your parents instilled in you? Because frankly, I'm challenged with it at times, and without even things happening directly to me, I'm challenged with that. So when you have had those aggressions against you, how do you keep that positive attitude?
It's certainly not easy, but I think something that I've been able to do is just remove myself from the situation. And ironically enough, the hospitality industry has without a doubt helped that. So from what I've learned from my parents and just through working in hotels, is a lot of the people you interact with, that anger that's coming towards you, it's not because me, Ashley, upset them today. If I've heard I've heard a racial slur walking down the street, there's no way they knew I was coming. They had no idea. All the hate that they have is not just towards me. If someone has a different opinion and how they see the world being ran, that's fine. They're not just opposing me, Ashley. So I think that if we just stop, and it's hard because these things are so personal to each person, but you can't change anyone, and there's always going to be biases. So once we have that in our head, I think that sort of takes off some of the pressure. And then every single day, all I can do is try to be kind. And if they don't want to hear it, then I have to just keep walking away. So I think just knowing that I personally did not do anything to someone, and if they have something negative to say, what can I do? I just have to remove myself.
Well, you certainly have a strong self awareness and a strong self confidence, and I applaud you for your efforts. I've heard only great things about your work ethic, and I certainly wish you all the best in your future with the Fairmont, Washington, D.C. I'm sure it's a very interesting hotel to be working in, and that you have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.